Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast with me, Matt, with every 4v4 for you all here on the Hill 400, I think this map is called. It's a victory point game and it's gonna be on the Western Front. Let's go through the players, representing a full British team. We have Electric Lizard without a commander. We have Jiven 007 without a commander. Actually, never mind, they went straight for Royal Artillery. We have General Kaiser, also for Royal Artillery. Finally rounding up, we have Kikurong, commander. Those are the Germans today. We have Backwash as the Waffen-SS without the commander. We have Put as the Wehrmacht without the commander. And we have Zero Make Zero as like the division for the Wehrmacht. Orcon finally as the last Waffen-SS player. Now Hill 400 is a fairly small 4v4 map. At least lengthwise, it's still actually... Well, there's still a lot of distance here actually. But like, you can get to meet each other very quickly here on the hill, which is the aptly named Hill 400. There's a few shots being fired already. The Pioneers have encountered the Royal Sappers here. And the British have also picked more Royal Artillery. Royal Artillery, Royal Artillery, Royal Artillery. Have they all four gone Royal Artillery? Okay. So full-on Royal Artillery division here for the... British Commonwealth. That's a lot of potential artillery guns later on. No, armor potential. You might see a lot of Canadians in the field as well because of that. This could be very intriguing. It's like Orcon has gone for Panzer. Given so far do control all the victory points, so the British have to somewhat turn it around. But the rifle sections are advancing. The rifle sections are very high quality infantry, so they can get a lot of work done despite what people might think. And they actually took out a Pioneer squad there. As I said, British troops are actually pretty good and good at their job. But full Royal Artillery for the entire British force. That's a lot of potential Canadian equipment. Looks like we have some Straff troops here from the... well, not Straff troops, but they went Straff Commander, as you can see down here in the tooltip. Pretty nice little thing. Bren guns are trying to do their best, but they are being shot to pieces. Yeah, they lost the rifle section with the Bren gun. The first British rifle section you get will always arrive with a Bren gun, which is a pretty handy little feature. 6 field companies on the fields, equipped with American equipment, so they're using M1 Garands and the Thompson. Unique to Royal Artillery, essentially very good common engineers. Lots of rifle sections holding up here. We're in the Waffen-SS moving much further there. Rifle troops are pretty damn good for the British, especially in their cover position. A lot of work done. We also have some those are full-on Grenadiers here for the Staff Division. Pioneers back there. The no command chest for the southern flank for Backwash. Royal Sappers are doing their best to hold. Getting some good shots in there. They'll actually start to get killed soon. But now they're on the flank. And getting mowed down quickly. Oh, it looks like the southern flank for Electric Lizard here has lost a lot of units. The British have to secure the northern flank here. We're running the German positions. There's a minefield though. Yeah, which the Royal Hamilton run into. No, not the Royal Hamilton, the 6th Field Company. These are the Royal Hamilton, the rifle section. We also have some Canadian units on the field now, some 3rd Canadian Infantry Division. A cheap alternative unit you can get if you're playing as Royal Artillery. We're pretty good at just getting in to hold the line. Okay, well, the British are still trying to fight over the hill here, but the Germans have taken the victory point again. Or at least they're attempting to. They also barbed wire in the trench. They want to deny the trench here to the British. Very smart choice, actually. It's going to prevent some of the movement. But I don't think that Pioneer's going to make it. Yep. Too much accurate rifle fire here from the British. Rifle sections are very accurate after all. And while the Germans are holding up in this trench here. So their Grenadiers to the best of their ability. Also has some rifle sections back there. There's some long firefights at the moment, nothing too special. Universal carrier now arriving on the field here.
There's a shiny new officer and gentleman ready to go.
But the northern flank is now held by the British. Will that allow them to get to the victory point though? The Germans are trying to mine it up. They want to deny that to fall into British hands. For good reason. Rifle sections are starting to suffer some losses. But an Orcon Royal Artillery could actually change a lot of things. like how the British are actually going to conduct this fight when they get to the later stages of the battle. That is one I am very curious about to see how that turns out. NG-34 there for the Germans. For Hitler Youth have also arrived. Cheap alternative unit for playing as Wehrmacht, not Wehrmacht, Mthis as Panzer. Looks like we have the field company now having been equipped with the BAR. Getting some long range firepower. Not just long range, just any range. And some Thompsons here in the other field company. Making them expert close quarters combat if they're getting close. But the Grenadiers are still holding this trench pretty damn well. And German Grenadiers in the trench are pretty good. Field Engineers trying to get close. They do put some grenades off. And I might force the Germans out. Not enough though. One Grenadier squad still remains down in the trench. I don't think it can last for too long. Rifle grenade going out. Good rifle grenade at that. And the Mthis is down here providing support fire. There's also an MG-42. Keep an eye on the point now. It's going to make it very difficult for the British to take it. There's a force myself down here to take the southern victory point though. That's going to slow the bleeding of points. So we have a 30 caliber machine gun here on the rifle section. I guess that's the unique upgrade to them if you're playing as artillery. You can get an American 30 caliber machine gun. That's a pretty damn good upgrade actually. That's a lot of firepower on the British Rifleman squad. Hills bomb going out there. Gonna force the Grenadiers off. But they still have to get through this MG-42 down here. Which immediately opens fire and suppresses down the British troops. More Canadian troops on the field here. More medics also being called in. And the British are securing more ground and now moving to secure the south, but we do have an In-34 Kugelwagen heading down here. Looks like Backwash is going for propaganda tactics to try and show up the front line. Getting some Volkssturm units. You can see here some German militia units. And this is at least winning the British so far in victory points. And controlling 2 of them. That's all they really need to do. Just keep more than the Germans do. They're just going to try to get set up a pillbox here. Gonna make holding the centralization point a lot easier. The Panzer Grenadiers are now also arriving. Having been equipped with the MKB-42, which is the predecessor to the Sturmgewehr. Virtually identical, I believe. Pack gun and lots of Grenadiers are advancing here. That's a lot of Grenadiers here for the Wehrmacht. Using a lot of rifle grenades to try and flush the British out. The British have set up a Vickers machine gun. Artillery strike being called here by the command half-track. Pillbox has been established. I guess the MG-42 is going to move inside it. Makes sense, it's going to make it a lot more survivable. Artillery arriving at the British positions. Not really hitting too much though. So give it same around here. You know, the British is also holding up here. Another trench network I can fight from. The Mthis is having issues with holding it. The 30 caliber machine guns on the Royal Hamilton is actually doing a lot of good work. They have a 30 caliber holding the flank here. Nothing too out of the ordinary. The trenches now being set up here by the Wehrmacht. Looks like they're just going to dig in. Also got some penal troopers, some Straftruppen. These are actual penal troopers. Looks like the other Wehrmacht players also digging in. Going for a little bit more of a static playstyle here to hold. Trying to keep the machine gun up closer. That is a lot of trenches the Wehrmacht is using. Because machine gun does suppress the Germans. Rifle going out. Mortar pit also being set up here. Because the British are being very intent on trying to ensure that this middle ground is going to be very heavily contested. And the mortar trench will certainly help that. The British also making some tank traps here, some Czech hedgehogs. And block out this path for German tanks. They're also digging in up here. The British artillery division is the best digging in, I think. Well, that and Royal Guard. I meant Royal Guard is actually equally as good as Royal Artillery. The Fox are going to try and make a push here. You're gonna stop targeting them. Just gonna allow them to get a button flash off. Yep, there it goes. Right into the trench. Clearing it out. Meanwhile, the Brits are assaulting here using smoke from the water pit. Very nice. They're gonna be utilized that much. Ooh, that's a fragmentation grenade. Ooh. More smoke's being tossed, but that's just too many German units nearby. They're trying to get close enough for a satchel charge, but I don't think they can make that. Oh, that's a really good throw. Will that do enough? Oh, it does. Oh, that's actually a big loss for the Germans. That pillbox is in danger now. You know, the southern flank might risk falling to the Germans again. This lieutenant is trying to call in some artillery to try and buy some time. So far working decently. More British troops on the field. I mean, bit by bit. Just drinking some water here. That's a lot of German trenches. That's a lot of staggered fire. But they're all just using Kar-98s. They're not very rapid fire. And there's still a lot of rifles. The 2 is now arriving. But there's a British AT gun nearby.
If they attack, the enemy will get it drubbing.
AT gun hits the 222. Who has to back off, but it's lost an engine. I lost its engine, rather. Well, the Brits keep trying to push up with the Canadian troops. On the southern flank, there's a lot of fighting going on over the point. But I still think the British have to pull back, or well, rather the Canadians at this point. I guess as much as the Canadian army we're watching today. Also a lot of fighting going on up here by the northern trench. Being on the... That sounds like Stuka's Fus fire coming in, so that's an enabler for being called in by the command tank. Yep. Enabler for rockets landing about. Taking out the gun on that pillbox. With that, the Germans are assaults. Very good to see. Unless they suddenly have a lot of threats to them anymore. There's still an AT going back there. At least get rid of that squad up there. But I feel the Waffen SS is pushing through here. And it caused a lot of casualties for the British troops. And the central flank might fall to... Or central front might actually soon fall to the British, but... Nope, these trenches are still holding. And now with the pack present, they can deal with that Valentine too. German Kettenhund in the field. German military police. Nick zur Strafdivision. And he is being pushed forwards. Ordered by the Kettenhunde probably. Not sure why. They took out the Valentine, I guess, but... Very risky move. Especially when they still had their packs there that could take care of it. Who am I to judge? Oh, we have some Gurkhas on the field. Unique battle group available to with this artillery. I have an actually unique model in Company of Heroes 3 finally. Unique voice lines too, but in Company of Heroes 2, unfortunately nothing special. This looks like the British rifle sections as usual. You could put double Bren gun, so that's a lot of firepower for a 3-man squad. Ooh, good precision artillery there from the Germans. The Canadian forces suffering heavy casualties up here. Germans are going to start pushing through with a command tank and their MP40s. Lots of MP40s. It's a smoke grenade. No, that's not a smoke grenade. That was just a normal grenade. Canadians cleared out. That's going to allow the Germans to start advancing further. And the Senator British is still having issues getting to the victory point. And that Max Trenches is still keeping them at bay. The Germans also digging in down here with their flak emplacement. Another trench they've set up in. Not looking good here for the British Commonwealth. We have a captain arriving here for the Royal Hamilton. What can he do? He can call in high explosive registered artillery. Registered artillery! Ooh, we better get to see that. I hope he's going to use it. Basically, you can set up an artillery strike to be ready be called in whenever, kind of like a mine or demo charge. It's a very unique thing that very few commanders can do. Very cool. So you can like decide when you want your artillery to land. Not sure what he's doing though. He's moving very forward. That's not a very risky move for our captain, but he's not taking many hits. He's been lucky. Artillery calling here on the British positions again. Okay, now some of these wooden structures. As the Germans are bringing more units in on the northern flank, including the Lux. Their base when the northern flank remains in German hands again. The Brits remain trying to press the center here. The Wehrmacht 20s is just holding on way too well. More flags are also being set up here. Try and ensure the Germans have some measure of air coverage. Captain's doing his best here, but it's just not enough. I think he has to pull back. Germans are pushing for the northern victory point. Could give the Germans triple victory points again. Will cause issues for the British, as they'll lose their victory points very rapidly at that point. Somebody retreated there with some smoke grenades, so probably a misclick. Ooh, double mortar half track here in the center for the light division. Good to see. It's a very good support unit to have in this kind of situation. They've been holding here on both sides. Good smoke barrage. Ooh. And then an actual barrage coming in from the Germans. From the Hauptmann, no less, down here. With his very fancy pipe. I do love the design of the Hauptmann's portrait for stuff. I like the pipe. Very cool little one. The Brits are going to try and take the point, but they are so far failing. So more Panzergrenadiers have arrived here. Germans so far keeping the central point firmly in German hands. Not easy for the British to push up here. The Mthis is stuck in pretty heavily down here by the Volkssturm. Making the Canadian approach a little bit difficult down here. And the Valentine tank has arrived for the Canadians. And the British are not really able to advance across this. There's too many shots coming their way. Germans with like AT equipment down here though. And a Panzerjäger squad being equipped with a Panzerschreck, that should be able to take care of it. The Valentine can just stay out of range. Well, up here looks like the British are going for the push. Gurkhas on the field as well, sneaking up. And Lux is doing a good job actually taking care of the British troops. But an AT gun has arrived. Also more artillery is being called in by the British lieutenant. There might be smoke. British lacks troops to capture it at the moment. One Royal Hamilton squad is coming up though. More Canadians also present in the field to try and hold the line. Oh, good rifle right there. Those Grenadiers have been on point for the Wehrmacht in the center so far. Now they're doing a pretty damn good job of just holding the center. And I should have expected them. But now this is probably one of the better factions for digging in. A very defensive oriented commander most of the time. That's the Hauptmann is going to try and call another airstrike. Not an airstrike, artillery strike. That'd be 10.5 centimeter, but can even make that. Also get a 12 centimeter mortar barrage. That's intriguing. Which one is better though? I think actually it's more expensive. It's probably a lot more powerful. There's also British artillery strike going in and all this is going on. Pulled in by the British captain. Maybe a 25 pounder target on artillery and also propaganda artillery is going in. Looks like both sides are just artillerying in at this point. Burgers took a hit from something. That spotted him. We also have some Indian infantry in the field here. Another unique battle group available to British artillery. Much cheaper units that are very low quality, but as you can see, they're 6-man squads. You get 3 of them in one battle group. So that's a lot of men suddenly for the British to have. Also, they have no submachine gun for their squad leader. So it's just a lot of rifles. Yeah, they're probably fairly decent now with the rework to the long-range combat. Because they're still considered British infantry, so they're still fairly decent at long-range combat with the rifles, despite being poor quality. And the fact that 6 of them means that's a lot of air sustain power. Canadians are trying to move up here. They now have this Waffen assistant trying to hold the northern flank here. Bring up an open blitz to try and hold. Meanwhile, the Indian troops are trying to make it an opening here. MD-34 is going to be able to fight them soon, I think. Oh, Indians getting close. They're getting cut to pieces by the flak and cannon fire. Grenades are going out though. Which does clear the trench. Which creates an opening for the British. A good job to the Indian infantry. Well, the Canadians are still going to try and take the point though. Will they make it? And they succeed. Oh, the Canadians aren't even poor. Wait. Why was that's what difference? One of them was called like irregular. Is it because they changed it as they veterancy up? Could be a thing. Have a look. Yes, it's irregular. Man, that's really bad. That makes them very easy to hit. I wonder if they become veteran, they swap from irregular to poor training. That's probably what's going on there. Also, heavy artillery going in here. That's a heavy mortar for the German Straf Division. The exact same copy of the Soviet heavy mortar, which the Germans just found on the Eastern Front and basically copied. We have a Firefly Sherman here. And some time on target artillery going in. The British are somehow skilled enough to make their artillery strikes all fire at the same time and hit around the same time. I'm not sure how that's possible, but I am not an artillery officer, so don't ask me. I'm sure the British are drilled enough to do it. Sounds like something the British would be able to do, to be honest. Especially in World War II. The British in World War II were very well drilled, in case people were wondering. Very well drilled army. I assume they had to be because their population was so small, or well, their army was so small comparatively to the rest of the countries. But they had to be very well drilled. Veteran Grenadiers are going to try and rush the Valentine here. They get close up on Panzerfaust. And, oh, it does not take out the Valentine. It's not looking good for the British still. But they have stopped the bleeding of points at the moment. Oh, Indians get hit by artillery. That's not good. That basically means most of the Indian troops are just dead because of that. They were too bunched up. Firefly remains here near the center. Got hit by Panzerfaust, more artillery being called in. Naval Wehr for hitting the British positions, or what's left of them, and stuns a British artillery officer. Is that registered artillery? That is registered artillery! Oh god, they're actually using it! So, they would use like a demobilize now artillery comes in. Not a lot, and not in the right spot, but that is kind of how registered artillery works. Very cool to see. Oh, never mind, so the shells actually hit some of the German infantry. We do have a Panzer IV down here in the southern flank, but Firefly's going in for a kill. Almost immobilized. Oh, it should probably wait for its infantry support. There we go, good shot. It actually jammed the turret. That's like the perfect situation for the Firefly here. And takes out the Panzer IV. That's actually really good. Will the Germans keep trying to dig in and hold the southern flank here?
Where do you need us?
British are still trying to get infantry for another push. Will Valentine push, so that might be risky. Yep, there is a panzer strike inside the trench. Ooh, not looking good there. Well, up here, the British are going to try and go for the point again, but the Indians failed. Germans still keep eyes on the point. Yeah, we have more British artillery being called in there. Or just have the marker present. Which I really like. That's really nice to see people actually trying to use it. He's just planting registered artillery spots around. That's actually really ingenious. It's not that expensive, I think. We'll have to look here soon. Wait. Is it free? I think the registered mortar artillery for the British here might be free. I don't think it costs anything. Huh. The mortar being called here by the Germans. Right here at the British position. Oh, and that's a little bit heavy. The registered... Oh, that's the register. That's just the time on target. That's the basic British artillery strike. But if the British artillery registered mortar strike is free, you can plan a lot of those ahead of time and prepare. Center point is in British hands at the moment. So the Wehrmacht slowly lost control of the situation there. I'm trying to figure out what to do from there. And the southern flank, the Waffen has starting to suffer losses. But the artillery is striking back. North is where most of the action is at the moment. The German tanks are pulling the line. The command panzer. We also have a Panther tank coming in behind us. Which will most certainly help. Oh, it's so warm. Well, rather humid. It's very humid. Typical Danish summer weather. Firefly on the move with some 6th Field Company. Panzerwerfer opens fire. Using its Nebelwerfer rockets. Didn't hit that much. The Canadians are still fairly ready back here. Looks like an artillery howitzer somewhere. And it looks like the Staff Division has set up a howitzer. I do believe the Staff Division product is the howitzer themed one. Didn't get a few of those to try and supplement your force with artillery strikes. Lots of Canadians are being amassed on the southern flank. I'm not sure how well they'll fare, but I suppose we'll see. Especially with a mortar hitting them and almost killing them all. Indians are heading to the center here to try and hold the line. The more Royal Hamilton troops come up behind them as well. Road is being popped by the Germans. They're probably preparing to try and retake the point. Can they manage? That's the question. Smoke being called in here. We also have some more registered artillery being activated. Indians are coming in behind the lieutenant. Waiting for the mortar rounds to hit. Oh, that's a blend call that gets thrown that way. Okay, but the Indians are on the point, but they're being suppressed. Indians are low quality infantry, so they're very easily suppressible. They do decapture the point though. So the British are still slowing the loss of victory points, but it's so far not really working out the best for them. They'll be able to take it. They do take the victory point. Central point is neutralized, but the British are assaulting with more Indians. Let's see all the Indians. That's actually cool to see. We barely get to see the Indian infantry. What's it called in on this central victory point? Not hitting much. Firefly's getting hit by a pack down here. Takes it out. Time for now on the road side here, but it's being hit by AT guns. Gonna force it back. We just try to dig in further with another mortar pit. Mortar is arriving here from the German side now. Hitting near that AT gun, almost clearing it out, but it's still there. Basically trying to scavenge for equipment. Very good to see. Any what we want to do if you can manage. They are under fire, but they do scavenge it, denying that for the British to use. Might lose a Zoom Pioneer. You don't want to lose a Zoom Pioneer. No, it looks like they might make it. And that might make another push here for the center. But the British are firmly dug in. So they're still tempting. Smoke grenade has been popped. Down the Wehrmacht to try and secure the point. British just keep an eye on the point and opening fire. Must have been for a long match here. Oh, we have a Tigers on the southern flank. I completely missed this. Holding here by the propaganda tactics. Unique call in available to SS propaganda. This basically gives you a veteran Tiger. So some more Indian infantry and Canadians also present. Lots of Indians on the field. And lots of Canadians as well. An interesting mix of units. Oh, those they're going to try and assault the position down here. I don't think the Indians have any good AT options though. Never mind, they have gammon bombs and they do have the Type 73. Good gammon bomb. Oh, the gammon bomb did not do much. Gammon bomb can be very hit and miss around tanks. And the Indians are suffering heavy losses, so they have to pull back. But now the Canadians coming up behind them. Canadians on the assault, but they're being suppressed. Ooh, they're actually getting through somewhere. One square's down though, and now they're being opened up from several angles. That's just a waste of Canadians. They're still trying to go for the central victory point. And the Germans are keeping an eye on the northern victory point. With stormtroopers on the field. Very nice to see. Very high quality infantry, but very expensive. As we're going to try a whole trench, we do have a Sturmpanzer super on the field here. Very good at dealing with fortified positions, as you can see. But it's going to have issues dealing with this Stupa, I reckon. Already doing some good damage there to the British positions. With a 17-pounder on the field as well. Indians and Canadians are set up down here. They're mingling a bit. Paying for their orders to charge somewhere, I'm imagining. Almost doing World War I tactics again. They're being able to push out down here. Lots of smoke to cover there for their approach. Indians and Canadians are close, they're throwing grenades. Oh, gammon bomb inside the trench, playing it out. The fact the Indians have gammon bombs is actually quite scary. They're still trying to make it through. That grenade doesn't really help them. Yeah, now the Canadians and Indians suffering heavy losses in the retreat there. Indians are trying to secure the central point and so far it's working out. Being hit by some... Oh, that's an incendiary mortar round too. And now the howitzers are going to start arriving for the British. The 5.5 inch. The big ass howitzers now present here for the British Army. Well, rather for the Commonwealth. It's not so much Britain as it's just the Commonwealth today. Valentine tank on the move here for the southern flank again. They still only have some Panzerschrecks and not really any packs. Well, they do have a pack here, but it's not pointed at the southern flank. The Tiger Ace is also present. Could turn this around if it wanted to. Lots of AT equipment being pulled into the center here for the British. Also try to ensure the British remain in fighting spirit and fighting form. Super moving up for another shot in, I imagine. Needs to be careful around the 17 pounders though. 17 pounders are pretty damn dangerous. And here goes his firing again. Getting another good shot in the British fortified positions. Oh, doing a good bit of damage there. You know, the Panther remains active up here. As the Mthis tries to dig in further. You just have to ensure the victory point remains in German hands. You don't actually have to care about this cutoff point. Because as long as the victory point is not providing anything against them, I feel that's fine with the Mthis up there. Oh, we have a big flanker push here from Royal Hamilton and some Indians. Indians sitting up behind heavy cover. Laying it down fire with their rifles. The nukes is going to come out to try and deal with that. Potentially. The man tank also moving about. They've been called in. Just trying to take out the 80-gun team, but that's not really working out this time. Oh yeah, the 80-gun is being very quick here. Now the Royal Hamilton on the bush. Looks gets taken out. Royal Hamilton is advancing. Realism being tossed that way. Oh, that was some heavy enable there for called in there. Hovering for the advance. Stopping the British dead in their tracks. They're still going to try and make a go for it. The Germans are keeping eyes on the point from another angle. Home troops are moving up here to try and stop it. But the point has been neutralized. Lane Corber there. But the rifle at the Indians still pressing this with fire. Center remains in British hands, but there's still a lot of firefight between the trench and the British positions. So on flank is firmly in German hands. The Commonwealth is not really having an easy way in down here. The Tiger Ace also remains about. More rocket artillery going in. Lots of rocket artillery. There's lots of artillery in general in this battle. Hands going to the flank here. They actually get the Panzerfaust off. Very impressive. And I need to get myself some more water here. Because this is going to be a very long match still. The Disciples are getting very close to the front line here. They're going to throw a satchel through the smoke, I'm imagining. Here they are. That's going to buy the Commonwealth some more time. This water's going to buy me some more time. Indian troops trying to do some more sandbags up on the front line. We're just having issues here in the southern flank. There's another howitzer here. On a 5.5 inch. Very heavy howitzers here for the British Army. Gonna make it very difficult for the Germans to do much artillery of their own. Lots of registered artillery also called in here by the British. Good to see in case they get pushed back. They can just say like we get pushed back and then they can order the artillery in the back lines to fire. Another push here from the Royal Hamilton and the Indians. Looks like it's actually succeeded in buying them some ground. Smoke barrage really helps too. Mills bomb on the MG. Almost kills the squad. Excuse me. The British are still trying to go for it. They will succeed, I think. Just barely. Point is now in the British hands. The Germans can probably get it back fairly quickly if they try. Well, the hill is getting completely uncovered here by the artillery. They're still all the fighting. You know, the Wehrmacht sticking in another trench line down here. The heavy mortar still doing its best. 5-on-5 is running fire. The southern flank trying to open up a way for the British to assault down here, I'm imagining. That's probably the plan. Lots of artillery landing around the hill again. More Canadian troops heading northwards. The Germans have prepared a fighting position. And lots of MPs and machine guns. Hopefully the Canadians can make that approach. There's so much fire. Just too much fire. And we have some more airdrops coming in here for the British. Some more supply drops. Some M1 grants being handed out here now to the Canadian troops. Not a bad thing, all things considered. Rocket-based artillery landing around the British on the southern flank. Stupa under assault. They're trying to take out the plot. Oh! Oh! That's a very good spot, actually, because there's so much clumped up. Oh, yeah, this is like perfect territory for the Stupa. One more shot there. Oh, that's painful. That is painful for the southern flank of the Commonwealth forces. That just shows how good the Stupa is. Sure, it doesn't actually count the kills down here for the most part, but still pretty good at what it does. Lots of supplies in the center here for the British to grab. You know, the Panther's trying to deal with this Firefly from the flank. But has to pull back when it's under fire from a 17-pounder. We still hold the hill, but that's about it at the moment. It's making it somewhat difficult for the British to ensure they can turn us around. They need to get an opening somewhere. And here's the problem with them all playing artillery. They don't really have a lot of good tank options late game. That said, those British howitzers are pretty damn good at just causing issues. You can imagine. They're fairly big after all. They're 5.5 inch. However big that is. Panther took out the Firefly. More Nebula Weather strikes hitting. Even the Indians in place. Bottled down to the ground. There's lots of artillery going in from both sides. After this remains strong in the southern flank. Actually, they're lacking troops, but they still hold it. Because there's not been a lot of actions anymore for the British after they have to recuperate from their base being hit by a Stupa. Now I'm still trying to push up here. Running into Canadians, infantry with M1 grants. Artillery going out here from a Panzerwerfer somewhere. Aiming for the central British front. More Canadians in Hamilton are twisting the northern flank here. So being called here by the lieutenant. Gonna be another. It's gonna be a time on target barrage. Indians are trying to assault. It's actually a German officer manning the MG42. I think it's gonna make it. Nope. Indians are moving for the victory points, and looks like they'll be able to take it. At least I reckon they will be able to. They'll at the very least be able to decapture it. Stupa is in the center, but it looks like it took a hit from something that actually penetrated it. Oh, and again! I guess there's that 17 pounder just destroyed.
Long-range artillery now available.
Another Panther tank around here for the Germans. This one for the Light Division. But another Firefly has arrived. I don't think the Fireflies are enough to cut it at the moment. Firefly misses. Well, I'm not sure they can actually get anything heavier because they're playing as Royal Artillery. I feel the Firefly might actually be the heaviest thing they can get. It's gonna be quite troubling for them.
Firefly is ready to give someone a bloody nose.
I'm not saying it's troubling. The Firefly is still decent. It's just getting it to penetrate is the problem. And these ranges. If it penetrates, it will do a lot of work. Like that. That's a pretty decent shot.
Enemy got one of our squads.
I think the Firefly does outrange them. So that's at least one advantage it has. It is after all considered a tank destroyer in some aspects, but it is actually a tank because I don't think the British actually used the tank destroyer concept. And SEGA's got killed there. Boston trying to pressure down here. Lots of Indians coming its way.
Causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
They're just gonna get mowed down. The closer you get to the Osman, the faster it fires. So I can aim at other shots easier. Ooh, but engine burning from a Firefly shot. Panther trying to assault down here. Or up here, rather. By the hill. No good shit down the Panther. Smoke pop by the Firefly. The Panthers will cause issues because Panthers are pretty damn good tanks. And we'll also have the Tiger is assaulting down here while he's pushing up. More Indians being called onto the front line. Lots of Indians here. Indians are trying to push up, but they are being shot to pieces. They're mowed down by the Canadians with a 30 caliber machine gun. Panther's taking some hits here from 17 pounders, but they are still for holding on. Double Panther here for Orcon, good to see. The Panther does have superior frontal armor to a Tiger tank, so it is better dealing with these kind of situations, I'd say. It's not gonna kill us fast because there's some 88mm, but it's gonna have a much higher chance to take any shots from the front and still walk it off. Apart from that situation right there. Oh, yeah, that was too many shots at once. There's too many 80 guns pointed at that part. That's actually a lot of heavy guns in here. One Firefly's ammo does cook off though, by the looks of it. Or Indian troops on the field here. Lots of Indian troops. And some Canadians as well, for good measure. Also been called here by a German lieutenant. Gonna be a considered barrage. But here comes the mass of Canadian and Indian infantry. Canadians are trying to spot ahead, throwing some grenades. Oh, good grenades at that. And now the Indians are advancing. Taking out another German infantry officer. But they're getting too close to too much prepared German defense. They decide to pull back. Not a bad thing considering. Panther's in trouble here. Taking heavy damage. Probably keep moving. Oh, it's too late. We're hitting the side and now it's out of control. Some more Indians and Canadians are trying to push on the northern flank here. Trying to get somewhat close. They push the Germans off this northern flank. At least for the moment. How long that'll last, that's the question. Okay. I had to get my socks off, it was getting far too sweaty. And the British are still trying to assault. Indians are being very brave. Looks like more supplies being airdropped in for the British Commonwealth to use. Oh, that was like a ballad that destroyed that mortar pit, I think. Also some further veterans now on the field again. Keep an eye on things. So that one just remains stuck in here. Panzer opens fire. Oh. Those rockets, when they hit, do a lot of work. Lots of Canadians have been assembled on the northern flank again. Looks like we have a mass take up here for Orc, and they're gonna go for the heaviest thing they can get. I'm not sure what they could get that's bigger than the Panther. Especially as Waffen says, they cannot get the King Tiger that way. So basically artillery just keeps raining in now with those heavy howitzers. Well, more than half that gets cleared out by the Firefly. The Firefly can also get a shot here on the side of this command tank. Firefly is pretty long range if you can get sight on things. Decides to focus on that forward on the Panzer HQ instead. Which will get taken out. Yeah, there you go, it's cleared. Germans are pushing up to try and get the ammunitions here. Because the British are not taking it. So the Germans are stealing them. Lots of ammunition yoinks here from the Germans. Denying it to the British. The Germans are now in trouble. Their base is actually almost in range now. But the base is still hemorrhaging victory points. Not really hemorrhaging, but they are losing them. Stupa here in the center. The heavier howitzers just keep landing around with their shots. Stupa opens fire. Trying to take out some of those howitzers, but I think makes sense if that's what their aim is. Because those howitzers really need to go. And how is it even hitting into the German base to try and hit the Panzerwerfers? Double looks now for Orcon. I guess they need something out. Fireflies are present though. So many cannon shells. It's 242 here. Basically stuck, but with a howitzer mounted on it instead. So being used as a small artillery piece right there. It's kind of like the Stu pad, just it's less armored. That's 48 also in the front line now. So far, the battle is still at a point where it could be anyone's game. Because the front line has just shifted somewhat. Central point is still in German hands, though. Indians are assaulting. They could be actually threatening the German base. Lots of Fireflies present. Those Luxes could be in trouble. Ooh, they're surviving one shot each. More howitzer rounds are going in. Yeah, one looks cleared out there. Yeah, those 5.5-inch howitzers are just doing a lot of work. Panzer opens fire. Not sure on what though. Aiming around here? No, up here. Okay. As more Canadians push forward, but the Canadians are running straight into German firing lines. Especially some with stormtroopers. That's a grenade though. Ooh, that grenade actually did a lot of work, but the Germans didn't move quick enough, so they reduced the damage they were taking. The Steward Stuber will definitely be a good counter to all the infantry that the Brits are pulling out. The Fireflies are still a problem. Especially those howitzers too. And Valentine on the move here. Well, the Valentine is an easier target to penetrate for the Germans. But he's on the flank here, managed to get a Panzerfaust off that Firefly. The next wave of Canadian infantry has been busted up. And Tiger Tank remains present down here, but it's not really doing much. Luckily for them, the Brits are not really doing much on the southern flank at the moment. They mostly have their troops positioned around other parts of the front. We also have an M10 here called in. An American Lend-Lease tank destroyer that the Brits are now utilizing. He's trying to push up here. Indians gonna try and make a go for the points. Probably holding the M10 will protect them. High explosive misses. And looks like Backwash was replaced by an AI. That's not really good. Especially at this point in the game. Not good at all. Lots of Indian infantry trying to advance. I will be honest, I don't really like games where people are leaving when there's still a fair amount of the game left, but we've already 57 minutes in, so I might as well just roll with it. Oh, the Brits are pushing through though. Tiger Ace is being relocated to try and help hold the line. But the Brits are just pushing through now. The Germans stopped them. We do have an actual full-on Tiger tank coming here. Being called in by the cheating AI. So the AI has 2 Tiger tanks now. Immediately hit by a 5.5 inch. And almost being stopped there. It's going to be mobilized. There it goes. That 5.5 inch is doing a lot of work. This is not good for the Germans. They lost a team player. That's going to really hurt them in these kind of fights. You know, the Brits also trying to advance up here with more Indians. Lots of Indian infantry today. Pushing forwards here. Throwing gammon bombs and suffering heavy losses. Suffering very heavy losses here. The MP40s on these Panzergrenadiers doing all the work. Hands fast there. But it's not enough to destroy the Firefly, but the jump on that Pagus. Another tank might go down here due to the Panzer. There it goes. More flies trying to push down here. Scratchy. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy ear. I hate having an itchy ear. And some of these fights are so long. Why do I get such long games? And people at least get some shorter games for me. Because these games are really, really long. People pushing up with the crew of a command tank. And a flamethrower airplane is also trying to push through. Do some damage. The Germans are suffering a lot of vehicle losses. Rockets also going in. The British have stopped their bleeding of victory points. The Germans now are the ones losing victory points. But for how long will that last? The Germans actually push through anymore. Now bring a Panzer IV-H up. And a Panther as well. They're gonna try and go for the central victory point.
The enemy have wiped out an infantry section.
Our Germans need infantry to follow up behind it. Lots of Panzers on the move here. Hitlerjugend are coming up behind it. Well, that's an AT grenade on the tank. Also, good amount of damage actually helps kill it alongside that Firefly. Right, so H is trying to fight this Firefly. Very good shot there. But then another Firefly hits it. With the Indian infantry nearby, that's not easy. Fragmentation bomb goes out, killing most of them. But the AT grenade does destroy it. The Germans are able to start securing the central victory point, but lots of registered artillery is called in. And that's the power of the registered artillery, as you can just wait until you want it. Or need it, rather. The point remains in British hands because of that. For the moment. Now the Wehrmacht is going to try and make it go for it with their military police supervising some grenadiers. But immediately they get hit by a 5.5 inch just behind and force them down. Making this push not able to happen. As the Canadians are now arriving again. Canadians are trying to apply pressure. Canadians are still pushing forwards. There's not a lot here to stop them. And yes, doing their best in the trench, but that's a lot of Canadians. The Canadians are just pulling through. Stupid's ready for action again. It's not looking good for the Germans. Suddenly the Allies seem to be doing pretty damn well with all their Canadians, Indians and Fireflies. Just getting lots of them on the field. Fireflies is trying to do his best. Got hit there by a Panther. The Panther will perform better. Also have a command Panther on the field now. It's going to be a little bit hard to deal with. The command Panther is a pretty damn good tank. It's the Panther, but it's just... Well, it's not really better, but it has abilities. It's just a Panther with abilities that they can use to buff the army. Stuff like a Blitzkrieg, I think. Yeah, it can do Blitzkrieg tactics. It can do Bewegungskrieg, which is like war of movement and coordinated fire. All of which are pretty damn good. Lots of rocket-based artillery going in on the British positions. Wehrmacht is assaulting here now, going for that M10. The Panzerfaust not really hitting though. There you go. It's down. Next wave of the Canadians are pushing up.
Officer and gentlemen, ready to go.
There's some more grenades being used. Oh, hitting the British positions pretty damn hard. As more 5.5 inch artillery shells just go in. I feel those 5.5 inches are really just making it impossible for the Germans to do anything. Because each of them is playing artillery. Each of them just can get the 5.5 inch. And keep the artillery train going. But how long can they keep it going? That's a lot of Indians again pushing out. 5 squads. If they can do anything. Because the Germans do need to get some more anti-infantry capabilities up if they want to keep all these Indians at bay. Because the Indians will serve as a very good screening troop. But I feel as if the Germans are just not really having any way to make a comeback from here yet. Panzer IV command tank threatening the orphan flank a little bit. Realism, there's actually not a lot here to stop it. Surprisingly so. The Indians trying to advance here, but running into their own artillery fire. And the 5.5 inch is just hitting too close at the moment.
To give someone a bloody nose.
Yeah, again, another friendly fire hit, almost killing all the Indians, forcing them back.
Gone.
As lots more artillery gets called in as well. So much artillery.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
How long is this game? That's what I'm curious about. How long will it take? Plus, it's lasting a little bit longer than I thought it would. I saw it was a big shitpoint game, and I thought it would be not an hour long at least. Indians trying to push up. Looks like Jeevan has lost a lot of their units though. They're supposed to be relying on those 5.5 inches now, I reckon. Fireflies are trying to advance. Also, a German house in the fields. Completely missed that. A small rocket artillery goes in as well. Panther's gonna try and push for the hill. Encountering a lot of the Fireflies, so far holding up. That's a long-range firefight right here. Oh, those 5.5 inches. Oh. Looks like a Panther also gonna take out Command Panther. Is almost down. The fuck? The fuck was that? Oh! Oh, the AI is cheating and getting a Sturmtiger. Of course. Now we know the AI can also just cheat and get a Sturmtiger. That's of course, why not? Looks like the Brits are still gonna try and get the point back. A little sad to see that a player left. Perhaps they crashed. You never know. It's always hard to tell with these kind of replays. Show so much artillery. We'll try to speed up timer and see if anything special happens. So the Germans are pushing northwards, sneaking some troops around to try and get the northern fuel point. They also did try and do the same with the victory point, but got spotted. Or supplies being dropped in by the British. There's continuous airdrops of munitions. The Sturmtiger shot here from the AI. And the 5.5 inches is just still shelling the front line. Looks like the British should take out the Sturmtiger with the Indians. Fireflies and engagement there got destroyed. And the British are trying to move some more troops around here. Fire tank is operational again. As the Canadians are now trying to advance up here. Under 5.5 inch fire. And the Stupa is also just opening fire to try and take them out and does a lot of work. Actually, the Stupa is doing a whole lot of work. But the fighting is just the same for quite a while. It's just a lot of artillery. A whole lot of artillery. So the Panthers are geared up for the center again. Command Panther and Double Panther from the other players can swing in and make a push here. And there's a lot of Fireflies still keeping an eye on the point. But the Panthers getting some good shots in. More rockets also landing around. Not sure what that Panther's doing, is just backing up. Makes it a lot easier to penetrate. Now it's trying to get infantry out, but it is being shelled to hell by the 5.5 inches. So many 5.5 inches. There's so much heavy artillery. Like, I don't think I've seen this much artillery in a very long time. Like, just a lot of very heavy howitzers. Just don't seem to stop. Just trying to go for the point here in the center again. Will they actually succeed? Doesn't look like it. Just so straight to the artillery strikes are still very good. Man tank trying to push up here. That's a lot of fireflies. Now we've reached the point where there's like double combat music, which is not a good sign. Means the match really has been that long. Also, the AI attack is going to go down here. There it goes. We'll try and speed up time again for a bit. Fireflies getting up in the center. Super is gonna get taken out. Yeah, Super gets taken out. Panther's back here is trying to get repairs, or at least wait for repairs, but he's been targeted by 5.5 inches. The 5.5 inches just don't stop. It's so weird. Just all the artillery. Even hitting the German base somewhat now. And triple Panzerwerfer. That's a lot of investment in Panzerwerfers. I'm not gonna lie. But the fighting still continues. I mean, a lot of action going on the other flanks though. It's mostly just around the center at this point. The Fireflies just stop anything short of the Panthers from advancing there. Looks like we have a push here from the Wehrmacht. Got to slow down time. The Wehrmacht infantry is going to try and get on the flank. They want to try and probably get the howitzers. All the equipment gear for the free still out and to get some pretty good fire. Gunman bomber one squad. Names down the range. You can see the Gewehr for the free is actually really damn good at what they do. Down range of a flamethrower. Double flamethrower. And that's not good for the Wehrmacht. They suffered a lot of losses there. It's a valid attempt again. That's a lot of registered artillery in the center there. Prepared just in case. I'm just trying to move around here. Not really working out. Another house has been up. The British just pick up so many howitzers. And the Canadians are advancing southwards. Yes, there's not too much to hold them. There's some token resistance left. Ooh, so I've been targeting Canadians that are getting too close. And that's a pineapple. And that might be a dead flag emplacement. Yep. I feel the Germans kind of lost whenever backwash they stopped being in the game. It's just been a back and forth for so long. I'm just glad the Brits are finally pushing through. Because this battle has just been way too long for a victory point game. The Fireflies are just pushing up north, taking down the Panzerwerfer. Like at this point, the Germans could probably safely surrender because no point in really making a comeback from here, I reckon. All these 5.5 inches are just shelling the Germans into oblivion. Panzer's going to try and go for the center here, not really working out for them. Panzer's trying to push up against the Fireflies, so far working out. One loss is Gunner though. Gunner was injured. Jagdpanzer now. Much more of a little bit of a different vehicle. But the Germans have just been... The German bases are being wiped out by the howitzers. That's how bad it's gotten. The 5.5 can just hit the bases and take them out that way. That is nuts. That is a lot of 5.5 inch. I feel that should probably be restricted to come to some capacity because that is getting a little bit ridiculous, not gonna lie. Panzer in the field here. What's up, heavy damage. Almost consigned there by the Firefly. And then we have more Fireflies pushing up here. I get hit by the side here by a Panzer IV and a Panther. Panther gets taken out there.
Our Panzer forces have been reduced by 1.
It's not looking good for the Germans. They should just surrender at this point because they've just been completely pushed back here. Like all these 5.5 inches just keep going, and yeah, finally it ends. Oh, very long match. I'm feeling very tired from it. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the carnage anyway. And I will see you all next time, everyone. Bye bye.